continued silence and inaction on the part of the government of Benue State is snowballing into the citizens resorting to attacking elected representatives and residents of the various communities under siege. Mr. President, on several occasions, issues of insecurity, especially in Benue State, bordering on herdsmen-farmer clashes, have been raised on the floor of the Senate. Mr. President, it's very sad to note also that rather than pick up the challenge of preserving lives and property, the Benue State Governor on occasions have said that incidents that even amount to loss of lives are mere skirmishes. And in most cases, no statements of condemnation, no demonstration of empathy has been shown by the government of Benue State. Mr. President, as I speak now, those of us elected on the platform of this Senate are endangered species because our communities think, and unfortunately very wrongly, that it is our responsibility to provide security. And so, Mr. President, I think that these killings, this vandalization of property of people who the communities feel should be responsible for their security is one too many. And so I urge the Senate, in this particular instance, to take very strong view of this situation. Because we used to hear about farmers clashing with herdsmen. We used to hear about kidnappers. We used to hear about Boko Haram insurgency. But this one is about citizens who have been frustrated by these activities and are taking it on their fellow citizens. And so it's a very serious dimension to the current level of insecurity, especially in Benue State. And so, Mr. President, I want to say that we owe it a responsibility to condemn these activities and to ensure that we advise appropriately various governments, especially the Benue State government in this particular instance, to take appropriate steps to safeguard the lives and properties of the citizens.
Urgent need for the federal government to deploy troops to immediately restore law and order in Gwe West Local Government area of Benue State. The Senate knows that the peace-loving people of Garuwa community in the aforementioned local government area of Benue State were invaded by bandits masquerading as herders on Monday, 10th March 2025, resulting in the killing of 4 persons. Also knows that yesterday, irate youths took to the streets in protest against the continued killing of the people and government's seeming inability to protect them. The Senate may further note that the youth, in anger and frustration, burned down the Gwe West Local Government Secretariat, the palace of the paramount ruler of the local government area, my private residence, and houses of other prominent sons in the local government area, accusing us of inability to safeguard the community. Aware that I have on several occasions moved motions and presented bills on this subject matter, including bill on open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment, which is awaiting public hearing. The Senate also is aware that the Benue State House of Assembly had enacted open grazing prohibition law, which still subsists. However, the inability of the present administration in Benue State to enforce the law has exposed members of the National Assembly from Benue State to undue pressure and name-calling by our constituents. This situation has emboldened the bandits and further worsened the security situation in Benue State and beyond. The Senate may conclude that the incident attacks by bandits on Garuwa community and Gwe West Local Government area of Benue State will significantly impact on food production and agricultural activities, jeopardizing food security and livelihoods of the people in the affected local government area. The Senate will accordingly resolve to 1, observe a minute silence in honor of the deceased. 2, urge the security agencies to restore law and order in Benue West local government area of Benue State with immediate effect. And 3, urge NEMA and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to send relief materials to the affected communities. 4, urge the federal government to liaise with Benue State Government to enforce the open grazing prohibition and ranches establishing law of the state. And 5, mandate the Committee on Agriculture to visit Benue West local government area and have a first-hand assessment of the situation in sympathy with the bereaved families and all those affected by the crisis, and also to expedite action on the bill on open grazing and prohibition that I have sponsored here for quick passage into law.
Let me thank distinguished Senator Zam and also sympathize with the good people of Benue State, particularly Benue West local government area, over this attack, the killings and destruction of properties, and hope that with the resolutions of today, that succor will come to the people there, and the military base will be established in order to save lives and forestall future occurrences. So in line with prayer 1, we will now move to observe a minute silence for those who perish in this unnecessary crisis. So we may rise.